that ends our segment of sudden death. Ogden, what is the total score at the end? What do you mean, 5?
I mean, like 4 or something.
5. You made
Five?
a total of 5.
That's still good.
Just got
That's
that.
still more
I'll
points
give
than
you
Arsenal
that.
has.
I'll give you that. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Superfan. It's a show where we have basically super people who talk to us about their journeys, talk to us about the club that they love, and about the overall love for football. And today we have a really special guest. He's not only a friend, he's one of the most sought after motor vloggers in the country. He's a big Real Madrid fan, and if you see him on the football pitch, he's got a very lethal left foot. Ogden Fernandes. Welcome to the show. How's it going?
Thank you, Carl. Nice to be here. I've been watching a lot of your episodes in the past, and it's nice to finally be here in the studio recording you guys.
The pleasure's the honor's all ours to have you here. We'll cut straight to it. Tell us a little bit something about yourself. Tell us how you get into motor vlogging.
It started, so I got into motorcycles a lot later than everyone else would have. You know, some of our friends who you've seen riding a lot earlier. And I mainly bought it as a tool to get from home to work and back. And I realized that in itself was kind of a struggle to survive that commute from work to back. In search of trying to become a better rider myself and to make that journey a lot easier, I came across a few motor vloggers from the US, from the UK, and from Australia. And I started following them religiously over time. And then I realized that there was not a lot of people doing that in India. I think there were probably just a handful of them in Delhi who were doing it at the time. I thought there was some representation in Mumbai that we needed. Because Mumbai is a crazy city if you look at
Absolutely, no, of course.
And there's a lot of crazy stuff you can capture in Mumbai. So I started recording. I strapped a GoPro to the helmet, started riding around, and got a few interesting clips here and then. And the channel slowly picked up from that. And it went from capturing random stuff which happened on the streets of Mumbai to then doing longer rides and then reviewing motorcycles and stuff like that.
I like that you said that because unlike most motor vloggers, I mean, you're one of the few motor vloggers. I'm not much of a grease monkey myself. Like, if I be honest, like, you know me, like, I'm not really that big on bikes and cars. But I like the thing that you have this emphasis on safety. Unlike most of the motor vloggers, everyone talks about speed, performance, endurance, and things like that. Like, what gave you that kind of idea as to, like, maybe this is my niche, like, the safety should be my niche in where I fall into? Like, was it because of the bad roads of Mumbai, or?
No, I think I've always been someone who follows the rules. And I think the more I saw it not being followed, the more it bothered me. And I noticed that everyone's not out to drive or ride like that. And I just thought that there were some people who were seeking for information like I was and couldn't really find the information that they wanted to be able to become better riders. So that's why I started spreading that awareness around safety a little more through my channel, and I stuck with that throughout. So that's
impressive. One of my favorite channels is, one of my favorite playlists from yours is the Bad Drivers of Mumbai. Like, that's
the one.
If you'll ever get a chance, you should check it out. Like. But now coming to football, even though you love riding bikes and stuff like that, what made you fall in love with the game? What kind of encouraged you into playing? Like?
So again, just like motorcycles, I got into football a lot later than everyone else. In fact, in school, my mom used to tell us that you guys are not playing any sports like properly throughout your school days. We never tried out for the football team. I think there was a volleyball team also which our school had, but we used to get thrashed all over the place. So I think she did us a favor by not letting us play early on. But yeah, I think when we finished our 10th, and there was that holiday in between before we went to college. That's when we met, Garth and a few of the other guys, Monty and these fellows, and we started playing football.
Actually, in fact, that was the first time I met you guys.
I think that's
fair enough.
So we started playing football then, and that's how we got into it eventually. I think that's a sport which we really liked. Before that, I think we only used to play cricket, and then there was that whole match fixing scandal which happened in cricket.
Oh yeah, the Hansi Cronje incident?
That and then Kapil Dev and all these other guys also got involved. And so we said, no, this is not the sport.
Fair enough. I mean, well, I guess like that's a pretty good way to like start getting. But what made you really? I'm really intrigued by it because I know I've never asked you this personally, but why the left foot?
I don't know.
Did you want to stand out differently? Sorry, I'm cutting off, but like, did you want to stand out differently, or like you just felt like that's your stronger foot or something? Or
no, it's weird because I write with my right hand, but I kick with my left foot, and everyone found it weird when I started. Even I found it weird for myself because I never knew there were people who couldn't do the other way. I mean, my right foot's horrible if you.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
You don't have to say it on camera.
Sorry. Okay, so, we shall move along. Sorry.
But my right foot's horrible. I'm not hiding that, but it's just something that happened naturally. I never really thought about it until today, I guess.
Fair enough. Put him on the spot there. Well, we got to get to your club, Real Madrid. How did the love affair begin?
It began a lot later than it should have, because initially when Omar and I started playing football, the first jerseys we ever got was, and because we're twins, Mom bought a Inter Milan jersey for him and a AC Milan jersey for me. She just looked at the colors and said, black and red and blue and red and blue and black, and this is gold. And yeah, we started playing football when we used to come to play with you guys over that time. We used to wear those jerseys, and initially there was that inclination towards AC Milan and Inter Milan, which I never really understood. So the first jersey you got, you stuck with it.
Yeah.
After that, when we actually started watching a little more football and getting more involved in the game, Omar started to like Manchester United, and I started to like Real Madrid because of the squad that they had at the time. Now I'm talking 2001, 2002.
Okay.
Yes, we're that old. We started looking at watching those games, and that team, Figo, Zidane,
the Galacticos,
Solari,
the initial Galacticos.
That team was insanely talented.
Yeah.
And I remember watching the final at, I think it was Glasgow, I can't remember, but yeah, where they played Bayer Leverkusen.
Oh yeah.
And Zidane scored that one goal in the final. Yeah, I think that's when I realized, this is the team I'm good. These guys can score goals. Let's support them.
Fair enough. What do you think are your fondest memories? So, what do you think has been your best memory as a Real Madrid fan? Like, I mean, they've got a plethora of accomplishments. So, for you, what would you make as your greatest memory for Real Madrid?
The best game. Are you asking the best? Just the best memory?
Yeah, your favorite memory of Real Madrid that you would say, like.
Yeah, I think those three finals are that. I think more than the second and the third win consecutively. I think the first one was crazy because they beat Atletico Madrid. And the way they beat them also, right? Even I was watching it at the Banner Gym with you guys, I think.
I don't think so. I was there though. I'm not sure.
I know someone was around.
Must have been away, but yeah.
Well, there were drinks involved. But
okay.
So we were watching the game, and everyone was like taunting us, like, okay, fine. Atletico Madrid till the 91st minute, I think they were 1-0 up, and then Ramos comes and just slams his header into the net, and then things went crazy after that.
Okay.
So I think that was probably the fondest memory, because you were at that stage where you gave up hope completely, and then they still came back from that.
And that was the Decima, right? The La Decima, I think. Yeah. Now, Real Madrid, new season has started. It's the first kind of season where you don't have the almighty powers of Lionel Messi at Barcelona, or even for that matter, Cristiano Ronaldo in Real Madrid. What do you think this Real Madrid team can pull off now this season? Like, do you think they have it in them to win the league, or is the league wide open now? Because it looks like it's wide open.
It has been wide open, I think, for the last 2 or 3 seasons. Because while these guys will always be at the top, Barcelona and Real Madrid, there'll always be other smaller teams which are challenging them and always biting on their heels.
Were you when you said smaller teams, did you try to mean Atletico Madrid? Like, okay, all right.
So obviously. But credit to Atletico, they've made some crazy signings. Yeah. Suarez was, I think, one of the best performances in a season. I think
last season he was fantastic. Yeah.
And I mean, them aside, I think Madrid have a chance of winning again, but I think their squad's still young, and they're in that transitional phase where the older guys are kind of showing the newer guys the way, and it's happening well. But we got exposed last year when we lost out in the Champions League. I think that's where the age showed.
Yeah, because I mean, I kind of noticed that Ancelotti's now kind of playing Bale and Hazard, and he's playing Benzema, he's playing all the old war horses, but I mean, they're good quality players. I think for me it's a defense. Does the defense worry you a bit, like, for the season? Like, because they've not really invested that much.
No, and letting go of Varane and Ramos almost together, I think was a strange decision to make. Because while Militao is good and he defends well, I don't think he has the same decision-making skills that those two had.
Yeah.
Nacho was a surprise last season. He was like a makeshift defender, I'd say.
Like a utility guy, like a Milner, SCN type of guy, like plays everywhere.
And you can't really replace Ramos and say, okay, fine, he's fitting well.
True.
No one really fits in place of Ramos that well. But I think he held his own last season. When he went on the bench, I felt bad for him in those last few games. I think they should have still played him in the games when we lost out from the Champions League, because he had that practice and he had the match fitness to perform, and he proved himself. But at the same time, I don't see why they're playing, what's that guy's name? I always, Vasquez. I don't see why they play Vasquez so much, because this guy he's good as a winger, and that also, I'd still say he's a makeshift winger. I don't like his style of play. But then they started him at right back, I think, in the first game and the second game. And they were playing Alaba as a left back also, and it didn't look very confident.
It's good. Sorry, no, carry on.
No, they don't really look confident defending and attacking also.
Well, the other day we were also talking about it also before that. Like, do you think Alaba is also a much better person if he would be? I mean, I know he's predominantly a left back, but he would probably do much better. I think
somewhere in the
even
center.
down the center as well. Like, so maybe that could be the solving of your problems. Realistically, where do you think they're going to finish? Do you think there's chances of silverware in any way? I mean, it's Real Madrid. I mean, there's always a chance of silverware for them. But
no,
like,
I'd like to make predictions, Carl, but I've seen how you get bashed when we meet afterwards.
No. My predictions are completely horrible. Don't hold my predictions. But as a Real Madrid fan, like, where would you think they can finish? Maybe in the La Liga and also maybe in the Champions League as well.
Okay, I'd stick my neck out and say La Liga top 2.
Okay.
Champions League at least semi-finals.
That's the level that they have to at least.
And
make
if
it
they
to the
don't, I'm reporting this video so it gets taken off YouTube.
Okay. Fair enough. Like, well, we're going to move on to our next segment. It's called Sudden Death. All right, Sudden Death. Ogden Fernandes. Question number 1. What does the Real in Real Madrid stand for?
Royal.
That was easy though. You got
Go on. So it gets tougher, you're saying?
It does. It gets. I didn't like give a level to it, but we'll get to it. Don't worry. All right. So name 5 players. There have been around 30 plus players, but name 5 players who have played for both Madrid and Barcelona.
Oh crap! I was hoping you know ask this. So I know Figo is the most famous one. I think he got
That's one.
bashed for it.
Certain Brazilian.
Oh yeah, original Ronaldo.
Okay. Ronaldo.
Who? Luis Enrique.
Okay, so we got 3 more.
We'll have to drop hints, do right? This is not.
Okay. He was dubbed as the next Maradona.
Saviola.
There you go. That's number 4.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that guy.
And the last one, I'm not sure whether you'll get this one, but these are the biggest ones that I got. But I'll drop you this hint again. He's the best African forward Barcelona ever had.
Eto'o.
Yeah. Okay. We got 5 there. I'm gonna go a little bit more tougher now. I can't keep dropping all these hints too easily. All right. Question number 3. You're gonna hate me for this one. In what year was Real Madrid established? I'll give you 1 year either way.
I know, 1902.
Correct. Okay.
Give me 2 points for that.
Yeah. Okay. You want to give the proper date? What was the date?
March 6th.
He got it. He actually got. Yeah. March 6th.
And that's all, folks.
All right. Question number 4. Whom did Real Madrid beat to lift their first UEFA Champions League? I'm telling you this because it was when they changed from the European Cup to the UEFA Champions League. So whom did they beat?
What are my choices?
I'll give you a choice between Juventus, Borussia Dortmund and Ajax.
Ajax have always been consistent. Juventus haven't been nice. I'll go with Ajax. Damn it.
Predrag Mijatovic, 97-98. Alright. This should be an easy one. You'll get this one. Question number 5. Who scored the opening goal in Real Madrid's last Champions League final?
Ooh. I know.
It was a game where the goalkeeper had a horrible game for the opposition.
Bale Casemiro on the scoreline, right? Bale, Casemiro and I can't remember who scored that.
Aha, we take this one away. Karim Benzema. Remember, like Karius gave the ball away and he stole it.
Yeah, he stole it from him and scored. Yeah.
Okay, so that was hard, but now he's going to hit you for the next one. How old was Iker Casillas when he lifted his first Champions League title?
He must have been pretty young, yeah.
I'll give you 1 year either way.
These are like you're looking at personal questions of these players.
No, but he's a Real Madrid legend, man. Come on, like
20 something.
Go a little lower.
18.
19. 1 year either way. I'll give him that one. Okay, this you have to know as a Real Madrid fan.
Don't
say this. I have to keep saying this because
how are you saying this?
This is something you have to know.
Okay.
Alright. To this day, how many La Liga titles have Real Madrid won?
Oh shit! This is the one question I didn't do because I lost track after.
It's like right down the Wikipedia page also.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to that one.
I'll give you a few numbers either way.
Yeah.
So you're struggling, no worry. The next question you're probably going to throw this cone on my head also.
No, I'm thinking of throwing it now on you. No, but this is not one I did a lot of research on. I'm not too sure.
34 titles. Who's keeping track also, by the way? I'm losing track of score right now, so we don't know. You're lucky for this one. All right. What was Zinedine Zidane's transfer fee to Real Madrid?
Back in the day, he was.
You can give it in euros or pounds.
56 million. Euros.
At 20 more.
Oh yeah.
76 million.
76. Okay.
I'll give you that one. Now Real Madrid, sorry.
Yeah.
Now Real Madrid has won a record of 13 European Cups in Champions League. How many times were they runners up though?
I go with 5 because we've been in quite a few finals, right? So,
3.
damn you. God. I'm gonna report this video.
I can see
I'm gonna report this video.
Suddenly I can see some plastic spewing out of Ogden, I think. Alright, last question.
Yeah.
This should be an easy one.
Go for it.
Besides Beckham, Owen, and I'm sure you never heard of this third person called Laurie Cunningham, who are the other 2 English players to play for Real Madrid?
McManaman?
That's one.
Is Gravesen? No, Gravesen.
Gravsen's Polish. No, Gravsen is, I think, I think Gravsen is Danish. Yeah.
Can't remember. Recent? I don't think so.
No, he's now a coach actually, in fact.
Yeah.
With Jonathan Woodgate.
Woodgate.
Jonathan Woodgate.
He hardly played also for.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His knees were made out of glass, man. Like, I was spending more time on the bench than Hazard. Like, yeah, so, well, that ends our segment of sudden death. Ogden, what is the total score at the end? What do you made 5?
Like 4 or something.
5. You made a total of 5.
That's still good.
Just got
That's
that.
still more
I'll
points
give
than
you
Arsenal
that.
has.
I'll give you that. So guys, this comes now to our final segment of the show. It's a FIFA amateur battle. Let's get on with it.
Put the needle on the record. Yes. Pedri.
So
And back with Griezmann. Oh, what an opportunity.
What the hell?
An early boost.
Mad
The
on.
first
You
goal
just-
of the
he was
game.
not off,
They're
what?
off and
No,
running.
a properly timed ball is a gated ball, man. It's not a delivery.
I wish you could pay the VAR guys like to
Well, here it
do
is
something
again.
here.
He does so.
If this doesn't work out well, we can always
the
play
injury
Ma-
situation
we
from
can
our
always play
pitchside
Marseille versus
reporter,
PSG.
Jeff Shreves.
He actually got trodden in
just
that
to make
last
it
challenge, so
spicy.
he's
Flirt's goalkeeper
Just
for
hold the
you.
lead, boys, till the end of the first half. We'll regroup. Ronald Koeman will have some special brownies for you all the way from Haaland. Hey, what is all this showboating and all? Where you got all this? I
didn't know you could do
Where you learned all that,
By the
bastard?
Merengues.
Wait. Oh, you're doing
Sergio
little tricks.
Busquets.
Oh. That's all I know. I was just
Oh, he
random-
almost passed it to me.
I was randomly playing with the right hand.
Pedri.
It's like those
Jordi
Mortal
Alba.
Kombat finishing features,
Yeah.
fatality
Those
features,
are
man. So many
combos.
different combos.
Jordi
man.
Alba.
Shoot!
Can he
Arre.
finish? And
Arre.
still a chance.
Clear it, dude.
Hey, why no one was able to follow?
And problem solved.
So, Oggy, can you give us an analysis of that first half? How did you win?
I'd like to see what the possession stats were like. 'Cause I think I kept the ball.
Let's have a look. Oh.
Oh, I was wrong.
You were horribly wrong. Like, you know, in FIFA 98, the career mode,
Pedri.
you could buy anyone and for any price.
Yeah.
I remember that. Like, I had like the Real Madrid
The
team
attack
filled
carried
with
an
practically
initial
everyone.
threat, but fizzled out finding its target. Oh, in with a chance.
Hey,
Hey.
that's a red, no?
Goodness, it looked as though he was
No.
clean through.
In
Yellow,
Madrid,
man.
if you come to
Yellow.
Madrid, that's a red.
What will he do here?
That's a red.
Oh.
Well, you cannot put in an illegal challenge under those
at least he has
circumstances.
time to click
Red
selfie.
card it is. Well, he didn't even look for it.
Wait, how do I take free kicks now? I've not taken free
I have
kicks
no
since-
clue. Because, dude, you think I look like the professional in FIFA right now? I say wing it. I don't know. Like.
Is there like some...
Kenman, come on, Kenman, Basa. Hold fort.
Sergio Busquets.
Hold the line. Put through.
Pedri.
Yes.
And he's in.
Arre.
So suddenly you're playing passes on. Huh? You didn't do this when you were playing the
Yeah,
practice.
I fooled you.
Pedri.
Hut.
What the hell was that? We're trying to pass it on the goal.
Impressing their opponents.
Chalo, counter.
Effective pressure to regain possession. Course. He's in behind.
Come
And
on.
a well, his reflexes
How's that not a
there.
goal?
That's
Save.
why they work so hard in training.
Hold the line,
goalkeepers
hold the door,
to
hold the
pull
door.
saves off like that.
Lovely.
Wonderful block.
Lovely.
Well, for them to counter-attack here.
Arre, come on. This is it. Eric, come on, man.
Dangerous.
Ticking, it's so easy for the Barca.
Takes the shot.
How many saves is this guy
And
going
the
to make?
German
Yeah.
goalkeeper
How
with
many
a
saves does he
top-notch
get?
save.
How far has he stretched for that?
This could square the game.
How?
Quite hang on.
Should have passed to that.
I was thinking about
Well,
it.
threat over for now. Beautifully weighted ball. It could be productive for
Yeah.
Casemiro.
Lovely, yeah, lovely. What a save. Off the line, dude. Oh, big. He took a shot. You have to see this. Oh, big.
Yeah, you always.
I think the viewers are going to finally understand how.
Well, a good tackle. This could be it.
How
Now
horrible
he'll be
I am.
irked with himself. Ran into an offside position.
That's it.
And it's a
1-0,
victory for
10-man
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Lee.
How I did it.
Was that Modi line when he leaves the interview room? Bas dosti bana kar
दोस्ती
le.
बना
I think that's the line I have to drop now and leave.
दोस्ती बनाया ना बस. Well, that ends our game, guys. And Ogden, thank you very much for taking time and having a nice chat with her. Really do appreciate it. For those watching at home, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm Carl from All Balls. This is Ogden Fernandes, and we'll see you when we see you.